What's up, everybody? This is your boy Chris Beats back with another video, and we are going to be cooking up some beats here in Reason. I gotta be honest with you guys, I am super excited about making some beats, but I'm not really like warmed up. But to get warmed up, I want to just cycle through some of these Reason patches. Okay, so when you're making beats in Reason, don't let it like intimidate you. Don't let it be something that's daunting. Don't let it be something like, oh, what's happening? Like, just be simple, keep it simple, okay? And you can figure things out. All right. So the first thing, if you go to your factory sounds, you have a list of different factory sounds and patches, but it's actually an easier way to find sounds inside of Reason. You could use the search. Search is definitely helpful, but you also can just go to Reason Sound. So if you have an updated or a newer version of Reason, you can definitely just choose Reason Sounds, and then you can just decide, okay, what do I want to start with? Do I want to start with melody? Maybe I'll go with a pluck or a lead. Do I want to start with my chords? Maybe I'll go with my chords and keys, pads, things of that nature, guitar. It really just depends on what flavor you're feeling. But I think that using this folder, Reason Sounds, is a good way and a good place to start. So I'm actually looking at this textures folder, and they have a bunch of different patches that have already been generated for you. So if you're new to making beats in Reason, definitely use the Reason Sounds patch. But I don't want to do textures. Let's actually go to keys and chords. And let's find something in here that we can, kind of play around and make like a melody with it. So I have my MIDI keyboard here. So like a lot of things that you could do is you could actually have like, if you take the chord of something and then you just play the notes of that chord in a different way, that could be a way that you can generate a melody. And of course, then you can use the whole chord as well. So this chord that I'm playing is a C sharp. C sharp looks like a C sharp major 7. So we'll go over here. I'll show you in the piano roll. So we have this C sharp, E, G, G sharp, B. And I can arpeggiate it like this. So this is like an arp. And that could definitely be something, or I can like do. And what we're doing there is, like I said, we're just using the same, notes of this chord, but we are playing them with a different rhythm. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my tempo to something real quick. We just getting started up in here, guys. Something faster than that. All right, let's do that. I started playing a different tempo as I was doing it, but let me see. I think usually somewhere around that second bar of me doing it, I find like the take that I really like. Looks like this guy is a little late. Yep, see, there it is right there. We're just gonna take that and we're just gonna loop it. So we have this sound here, nice little looping kind of melody, little situation here. And we can, kind of change this guy up a little bit. We can raise some of these notes, maybe lower some of these notes. So I like that. Let's do that. We'll copy this guy over. Then I'll hit my F8. And I'll go up here and I'll hit alter notes. So we're gonna hit alter note. So we can get some variety. Maybe I'll hit it one more time. I like that high note. I kind of hear something with that high note. Kind of just sounds like. Now let's cycle around and see if we can hear some different sounds in this thing. We definitely went to a whole nother world there. Now that's definitely something super bouncy there, right? That's super bouncy. So that gives us something. I see my people in the chat. It's good to see y'all, man. I hope y'all have been doing well. Hope y'all been doing good. We got Sasha in here, Beatrix Kittle in here, Marcus Garvey in here. Good to see you guys. So when we are creating, you know, in Reason, like I said, we're keeping it simple. We started with our melody. So we got a melody. We kind of got a sound that we like. Maybe let's start like trying to do something with that sound. Maybe we just get a little crazy and start adding in some effects. So I have the kilohertz rack extensions. So if you have that, then you can use that and you can kind of do some stuff with it. So they have this reverser here. I like the reverser because, of course, you can reverse your sound yourself, like you could bounce it, reverse it. But if you do it like this, then you kind of hear a mix between what's reversed and what's not reversed. Kind of gives us even more like movement in there, right? Just kind of gives us even more movement. I probably will like cap this guy off with Audiomatic and just like try one of these, not crack, because crack is going to be a lot of distortion, but definitely using something. I definitely like the automated wash. I definitely like the automated wash. Wash can get a little crazy. See what I mean? Yeah, just going on and on. Wash can get a little crazy, but I like that. So adding in this wash, we're gonna automate this Audiomatic transform right here. So to do that, I'll just right click, hit edit automation. And I'm gonna use my pencil tool. Quick tip, if you hold Alt, you get your pencil tool and you can draw in some points here. So we're just gonna automate this guy a little bit, you know, make some stuff crazy. Maybe scoop this up, this down. Now we got like a little crazy automation. Oh, like super crazy, right? Just doing our thing, man. Just doing our stuff. This. So like now what I hear is like a really like low growl, super low growl, but something a little thicker than that. Come on. So let's actually draw in our clip this time. So we'll go ahead and use that pencil tool again. Of course, you can also just select your pencil tool up here. You could just draw that in right there. That's something that's cool. How come I've seen this before? That's new. Anyway, so I like to use the arrow key, and then, you know, you can switch between using your QWERTY keys, Q, W, E, R, T, Y, U. You can, you know, use those different things as shortcuts. And of course, you can hit Alt and draw in your lane. We're going to hit Control E so we can get into our piano roll. And then we're going to just scroll down until we get to these lower notes. So let's start with this. We'll hear how that sounds with it. I don't think that's what we wanted. How about F sharp? That fits a little better. Let's add in this E right here. E flat. Definitely not E flat. C sharp. Let's do this B. All right, cool. And we're gonna just grab everything, and we're gonna hold Control. Let's do everything. We're gonna shift it all down. Control Shift down. Moves everything down an octave. Nice low little growl there. What genre you guys think we're going with this, man? What genre y'all think we're going with this guy? There's a lot of synth in here, a lot of synth elements. Oh, I know what I need to do. I'm sorry. Hold on, here we go. Turn that down. Okay, we turn that down, we get rid of all that extra stuff when the music is not playing. Only want it for the automation. It says EDM. I thought I did something about that. Good grief. Gosh. Okay, let's do this automation as well. So I'll automate this with 100% wet, but on the, yeah, okay, cool. So let's keep it like that. Let's see if that helps. I think it's the echoes catching. I don't know. Dr. Huggenstein, glad to hear it, man. Appreciate you. Good to see you in here. All right, cool. So now that I've been fiddling around with this, I definitely forgot what I was actually playing. So let's get back to what we were actually playing. Here we go. I was gonna forget this, okay. I'm like that. So let's I like the way that it does that. Like, I like it, but it's also a little annoying. We'll quantize with Control K. Pull these notes together a little bit. Now what we need to do, our pitch bend was off a little bit, so we're gonna just adjust this automation just ever so slightly, man. And what I might do is just copy over this. So I'm gonna hit copy and then I can just come here and paste it. Perfect. So you can copy and paste automation as well, guys. Now I'm hearing like a high, like something like that, like some kind of like, but not like a synth. I want like a key. Doing keys and chords, okay. But I haven't really heard like I want like a electric piano, like, but not like electric, like a synthy piano, like a. That's not gonna be it. Something like that. Hey, Invasion, I appreciate that, man. I definitely need it. What if we copy it? That would be cool. This is definitely, it's definitely dubstep now. It's definitely moving to the dubstep. I mean, you know, Invasion, that's like my style right there. You know, do half one genre, half the other genre. Let's add a player. We haven't added a player yet. Let's add a player to this triangle piano here. the dual arpeggio just makes it like really easy to like, you know, add some. But of course, it's very easy to like have this dual arpeggio and because I think it plays different notes. I think it plays different notes. So. No, it's not quite that. I think it's flat. Catchy Noise Production, man. What's good? So we are going through some different things. So we've just been doing a lot of building of the foundation. You know, we're just making a bunch of tracks right now. We're just in terms of like getting a sound, getting a melody, getting a chord progression, getting like just pulling all those elements together, right? So that we have a nice, you know, foundation. I remember back in the day, they had the SSL mixer, the Reason back in the day, they called it record. Yes, record. That was the one that I did not get. Did not get record at all. It has like a lot, it has like this really like low, like drone, a lot. But let's turn that off. Yeah, let's turn that off. Played the wrong note in there somewhere, I think. But just like a simple melody here with this, kind of sounds like glass being hit, you know? And we did a scales and chords on top of this dual arpeggio to make sure that it only plays the notes inside of D flat minor. That's very important, that it only plays those notes that are found inside of flat, so that the arpeggio doesn't like play a bunch of other notes and stuff like that. Get it sounding like it doesn't sound how it's supposed to sound, you know? We want it to sound how it's supposed to sound. Now, earlier I was asking about, oh, what kind of style does this sound like? And you guys said dubstep, and my brain went to drum and bass. So that just kind of like, yeah, that's not dubstep. I might have to like look up, somebody got to refresh me dubstep. I think I know what it is, but I don't think I've listened to or heard much of it in a while. Well, we would need like a definitely don't sound like that. So we're gonna, you know, flip this guy. Let's keep working on it though. Let's keep working on it. So if I was to say, oh, you know, maybe do some sequencing. Kind of like how the beat was building up. We start adding these elements into it. Lots of elements. Kind of like created this little transition automatically because of this looping sound that we got here. And then this can be where our drums come in and our different bass. Now, I will say, don't sleep on Reason's like factory sound bank. They got some stuff in there. They definitely got some stuff in there that you can use. And because I also don't have my what's that thing called? Oh, I like that one. Let's use that one too. Because I also don't have my external hard drive connected today, I had to do some work and some other work and stuff with it. So because I don't have that, I don't have a lot of my stuff. Like you see, all of this stuff over here is got the little warning sign. That happens when something, you know, Reason can't find the location of whatever the thing is. So. I don't know why, I just always like redrum is the go-to for me. Redrum is the go-to anytime I'm somebody's red rum. Redrum is the go-to anytime I'm thinking about drums to this day. It's just the first thing. I don't know, maybe it's the easiest thing, the simplest thing. I know that Kong has some usage that you can use. You can use Kong, do some really cool stuff too. And a lot of the Kong patches are pretty dope as well. But for me, I just like using this. Man. I just like using it. We're gonna hit the X on this guy. I have this. I like this. Not this. I like this class 2A band compressor. So it's a 2-band compressor. So it compresses the highs and the lows together, and it kind of just pushes the inputs and kind of beefs everything up. And I like to add that to the drums. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, right? think that's like the drum and bass style, right? That's drum and bass. That's not dubstep. Dubstep is like so the thing that really is, if we're gonna go dubstep, the thing that really pushes the dubstep is the bass. You need that growly, dubsteppy bass, right? You need that growly. I think if you put growl, look at that. There's a bass patch for Europa named Growler. It's not the one I was looking for. It's not what I was looking for. Yeah. What's up, Holla Sound? So we have this little drop. So of course, now if we keep this, what we needed to do is do the pulse. We needed to do the pulse, that 8th step pulse. So we can actually use, let's see, pulsar. If we add in this pulsar, let me see real quick. Let's do this, and then we have to do some automation. We have to go in here. We got to go to source and then go to CV input, CV1. We want this to affect the filter. Of course, there's another way we can do it, but I already started using Pulsar. So we'll turn this up to 100. Cool. So now we're getting what we wanted. Now we just need to actually set this to the rate that now let's have some fun with this. So what we could do is set this. There is a way that you could do it. Yes. So let's use the LFO2 to affect the rate. We'll use that to affect the rate, and then trigger. I haven't figured out a way to trigger that yet. Envelope CV out, envelope CV in. Can we use this? Can we use this to change the level? So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to use this LFO2. Oh, we got to turn it on. We're going to choose like random. There's like a random waveform. I think there's a way we can be a little more strategic about that, because I like the idea of not automating. I like the idea of having another device actually change the stuff. Speaking of which, by the way, hey, I appreciate you guys for, joining the stream. I was supposed to have this, let me see, so that we could see the chats and everything popping up. So so I can like pretend like I'm a real streamer or something. It's been I know y'all know it's been a minute since I've been on the live stream, and I appreciate y'all for coming to watch and check out some stuff. All I'm trying to do right now, just pardon me for a second. I'm just gonna copy this so I could put this over here. That's not gonna make sense. That's not gonna make sense. That's not gonna make sense. But let's do it anyway, Chris. Let's do it anyway. Maybe. Let's do it. Let's do it. Can you see that? No, you can't see that. No, you can't. No, you can't. It's not worth it. All right, cool. So we'll just leave that. We'll leave that for if I deleted the wrong thing. So we'll leave that for if I go back over there to the other thing. Ray Fox, what's good, man? Let's keep going. So we were saying we want to use another device to automate this pulsar so that we could do the oh, but actually I think no, we can't do that. Blah 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 blah. Don't y'all love me? So I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna pull up this matrix, and I'm gonna use the note to change the rate. So see this real quick. Change the rate. Let's try curve. Now that's interesting. Oh, we need to change this. Now let's hit randomize. So it's doing what I wanted to do, but Matrix is a way for you to create a sequence of like, you can create a sequence of things that change essentially, right? Like you can use it for like kind of like automation, or you can use it for like TV inputs, outputs. You can create something that will, you can create something that can create a value change. That's what it's for. It's for value changes, but you can create a sequence, a pattern out of it, right? So what you could do is you could create sequencing of a certain value, like what I'm trying to do here, which is basically create a sequence where you can see, oh, this is happening here. we wanted to do this frequency or this rate for this long, and then we wanted to change. See, so it's already kind of doing it. The main problem that I'm having here is changing the actual. Main problem I'm having here is actually like having a more uniform, like I need something to be able to say, this is 8 over, you know, this is 1 over 16, and this is 1/34th, and this, like, there's no way for me to actually see the specific amounts, if you know what I'm trying to say. So definitely adjusting this rate amount. Gotta figure something else out for this, but that's a cool little like demonstration, if you will, of how you can use Matrix. But I need something more specific, so I guess I'm just gonna have to go to automation. So we definitely can automate this, because when you do the automation, you can see what value you're automating in. So we're just gonna have to automate it, and I'm gonna make it easier on myself by creating clips that I'm going to automate, right? So I know exactly what clips, what like length each of these are. So here's 1/4. We're going to change this clip color to like, I don't know, green. And then here's another one. We're going to change this clip color to like blue. Okay. So when we double click and we go in here, we can see that this is 1/8 triplets. Okay. Where's this? See how it changes? Once it gets to green, it changes, right? So here we go. Here's we'll go like pink, blue, green, pink, blue, green, something like that. And I can use them as blocks rather than like going in and like checking out bloop, 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 typing in all these different things or whatever. We just, boom, just do it like that. And then, so here we go. Cool. So let's change this one to a different clip color, and we'll make this one faster. We'll make this like it's like 1/16 maybe. Okay, cool. Let's see if we actually get what we wanted though. Okay. I mean, I don't really make a lot of this type music. So somebody else would have to let me know if I'm like, how far off am I? I'm enjoying the process. I hope you enjoy the process of like making music and like building this out. It's crazy because like somebody decided that they wanted to mow the lawn right now, but you know, okay, cool. But so there's a lot of noise. So anyway, somebody gotta let me know how far off or how, you know, close I am to, you know what I'm saying, getting that thing where it's supposed to be. But to kind of just look at what we did, you know, creating that melody, adding some automation, adding some effects. Hey, I do remember that guy, James Bernard. I had a moment to myself. I remember him. All right, cool. I see what y'all talking about now. Great Keys. What's good, Great Keys, man? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, man. We just having fun. So I guess I need to remove some elements. Make some room for this bass. Why did this? Oh, there's one right there. Okay, cool. Look at that, guys. Haven't saved it yet. Somebody give me a name for this. Have not saved it yet. agree with Sasha. We need a little bit of sub in there. We need some sub. Great Key says it's subbing in the right already, but you know what I'm saying? Let's sub it up a little bit more. Sub bass. Sub bass subtractor. Gotta go sub bass subtract. Sub bass too. Sub bass subtractor. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. We're just gonna copy that over. Oh wait, where's my snap? Throw that slap on there. That sub be enough? Should we throw the nastier bass on it? Make it just, it's already peaking. Let's throw the nastier bass on it too. Oh, ow. 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 I just have to see if that actually flows together. Oh, that's what I got rid of. What is the sound I got rid of? Because I thought I turned off this. I was supposed to do this. This is what I was trying to do. I don't know how much I like that though. It needs that growl. It needs it. It needs that growly. I don't think I've heard of what you're referring to. Marilyn Manson's Resident Evil theme G. What is this? Marilyn Resident Evil theme. What is that? What if it's the exact? No, this sounds 1,000% better. I mean, I'm just pulled in already. I'm like, man, what's gonna happen here? This is nuts. Wow. That's a lot of like build up. I don't think so. I'm looking for that. I don't see theme G. It just says theme. I like the way. The Umbrella Corp. I don't know. You have to. Hey, Holla Sound, send me a link or something so I can hear what you're talking about. I don't think I've ever heard it. I've seen a few Resident Evils, not a ton, not a whole lot. I've seen a few. I think what I need to do with this is make this like much larger so that it like actually didn't. Me, the amateur, bear with. I want the text. Man, am I a gamer? I think if you have to like pause the way that I just did to answer the question, is probably no. I think that there's some things and elements that could like say yes. So like if you know, I mean, if you look over there, you know, if we just kind of, you know, point this out, you know what I'm saying? I at least got some kind of cred to say I definitely enjoy playing Zelda. You know what I'm saying? When modern Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 definitely was like on that heavy. When Warzone, that's the one I'm thinking. This right here don't make sense. This is all over your face. Pause. When Warzone first came out, I was very much into Warzone. Very much into Warzone. I was playing a whole lot of Warzone. So I like Warzone. So I'm a gamer in the sense of I like playing games, but have I been able to play games? Oh, I was just having a little moment because I haven't been able to open Reason, let alone get on a live stream. Like I ain't been able to open the door. Okay, not from like technical difficulties, just from like life experiences. And it's all beautiful, it's all wonderful, it's all great. But I don't know. I also just been like kind of going through because it's like, man, you know what I'm saying, making music, making reels, making videos. We doing a lot of different things. Having I have a lot of moments where it's like, oh, well, if you're not going to get 1,000 views, then why even make the video? If you're not going to get anybody to buy this beat, then why even make the beat? I've been having like a lot of moments like that. I've been having a lot of things pulling me from just doing the thing because I'm thinking about a result. And instead of doing the thing, I'm thinking about the result. And so today, like, I didn't even start the stream the way that I normally start the stream. Thursdays have been packed because life, right? Had to do life things, had to do things, have not been able to get on the stream. Normally I'm here at 10. Normally I'm ending the stream right now. I was just like, just do it. So what you didn't plan it? So what you don't have a new thumbnail? So what you don't have everything in order how you wanted to do? So what you've been watching like all these other like live streamers, YouTube streams, and they've been like killing it. They've been killing it. So what? It's March 2nd. You said you was going to start March 1st. So what? Just do it. And I just do it. So making this track, working on this, it's unbelievable the amount of therapeutic value I just got from it. It's unreal. It's unreal. It's not real. I'm literally sitting here like, good, bad, or indifferent. Let's do some stuff. Let's get creative. Let's just get in the bag. And just had a moment. It was just like, yo, that was so freeing. That was so releasing. That was so like just everything, man. It's just different. It's just different because I'm not making it like, oh, I'm making it to impress anybody. I'm not making it like, oh, I'm making this to sell it. I'm not making it because of anything. I'm literally just like, hey, let's just pull. Hey, yo, whatever, man. Maybe it was just for me. Maybe it wasn't for y'all to hear it. Maybe it was for me to hear it. I think it disconnected when I picked up the MIDI keyboard. I'll just be so hyped. I just be so excited. I don't know why this stupid thing disconnected like that. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for recognizing it and noticing it. Am I a gamer? Yes, I love games. I cannot wait for Breath of the Wild 2, which is Tears of the Kingdom. I cannot wait for that to come out. I'm definitely playing that. I'm definitely doing a live stream. I cannot wait for, well, Hogwarts Legacy had me in just like, it just had me by the throat. It was like, hey, yo, you got to watch this. I couldn't get my hands on a copy to play it. I didn't have time to play it, but I definitely watched every chance I had. There was like a 13-hour gameplay, and I must have like watched like maybe 30 minutes to an hour every single day, just trying to get that thing. I was just trying to see it. So Hogwarts Legacy, super dope. So there's a lot of games I love. I love gaming. I remember like when I first started building, you know what I'm saying, and putting stuff in the garage, you know, in order to have like a studio. It really started off as like a game room, entertainment room, movie theater, all that kind of type stuff. There's a reason why I bought this guy. This is my 65-inch Vizio, and I barely can get it in the screen. That's cool. I bought this guy, and I would have my Switch. I would have my Switch out and invite my friends over, and we played Mario Kart. We played Mario Kart. We would play what's the other Mario one we was playing? Mario Party. I guess it's like a Switch Mario Party. We was playing that, looking crazy with the little controller stick, doing little movements and stuff, trying to beat everybody. And of course Super Smash Brothers for sure. Playing those like with groups of people, like that's fun. Like that is like what I would love to be able to just do. But you gotta have time. You gotta have friends. You gotta have time and friends, man. You gotta have time and friends. Super Smash Brothers is crazy, but like on Nintendo 64, I was the best. On Nintendo 64, there was nobody that could beat me in my circle of friends that was playing Nintendo 64. Nobody could beat me. On the Switch, I can't beat anyone. I don't know what happened from 64 version to this version, but I cannot beat anybody. I played like all day. We was playing and just all day I was just getting smashed. King Willie says he was. What's up, King Willie? King Willie think he could see me on Super Smash Brothers in 64. That's what you think. That's what you think. Holla Sounds, okay, like Holla Sounds finna, I feel something coming. Don't do it. Don't do it. It says, how can you have the time to run a YouTube channel, produce music and videos, and also do video games? Talk about spreading yourself thin. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like something had to go. Something has to go. It's like that list that you gave is missing like 10 other things. It's missing like 10 other things. So it's very clear, like, you know, people be, oh, you know, you gotta find a niche. You gotta like tap into one thing and just stick to the one thing. But bunk that, man. I love doing a lot of things. So it is what it is. Ben Bowman, what's good, man? I'm glad that you dropped in. Appreciate you. We're gonna go a little bit longer today. We got our music production through. I wouldn't dare try to make nothing else because that already did what it needed to do. So we're just gonna leave that at that. Let's start it over. It's not really music to play in the background though. So I'm gonna let you guys hear it a little bit later, but I think that's exactly where it needs to be. Something has to go, right? Holla, something had to go. And for me, February, YouTube had to go. And that was the crazy part. I think I was able to do like one video, maybe one stream and some shorts. It was just like, but I'm telling you, the thing more so was me worried about analytics, me worried about numbers, me playing the YouTube game. It wasn't about like, you know, it was more about that than anything else. Cause I'll stay up all night long if I have to. You know, once everything else is done in the day, I'll stay up and make a YouTube video. I've done that before, but it was more so just like, dang, I could make this video, but nah. So this is what I want y'all to do. This is what I want y'all to do. Okay, I want y'all to listen to me real quick. Look. I'm zooming all the way in. I want you to listen to me. I need your help. I need your help. I need something to make a video about. Okay, this is too much zoom. I need some help. I need some topics. I need some help. I did TubeBuddy, vidIQ. I try to talk to my wife. I try to don't eat me. I tried to do all of these things. Okay. I've tried to do so many things, trying to find topics, trying to find something that people are actually wanting to watch and share and like. And like, I could just, like somebody that I think does, like Seth Nitty does it really well, where he's like, I ain't really finna talk to y'all. I'm not really finna teach y'all nothing. I'm just gonna make this beat. And the beat is so fire. And you get to just kind of watch him doing what he doing, that boom, that's all he have to do. You know what I'm saying? And he's good to go. And there's some people that's like that, where it's just like, I'm gonna just do my thing. I could just do that, but I don't. No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work for me. That's not gonna work for me. Do it from the top of the dome. You haven't failed yet, so this means you're naturally going to make it happen no matter what. All right, I'll take that. Time stretching whole songs and reason, please, like an FL. Okay, interesting. Time stretching whole songs and reason. Okay, for sure. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that. Give me a little more info what you mean by time stretching the whole song. Like, you want to like chop and screw it? Or are you saying like time stretching the whole song, like to accomplish what? To accomplish what? Bad Plex. What are we trying to accomplish there? Thanks for the tip. Thanks for the topic. Have you done the Blue Yeti is still good for 2023? As a Yeti owner, you need to do one. Ha, that's interesting. Dang, Holla Sounds that's probably the one. That's probably what, because that's when I talk to like my wife, like that's what I say, hey man, what can we do? What can we do on the channel? Like, what can we do to like keep this thing going? And you know what I'm saying? She's like, well, you should do like product reviews. Like, what are some of the other like YouTubers doing? Like, they do product reviews. They show the equipment that they use and they do reviews on them. I'm like, that might work. That might work. But I think that could work. I think that could work. Blue Yeti. Maybe I'll even do something like, okay, you know, Blue Yeti for vocals, Blue Yeti for recording, Blue Yeti for streaming, Blue Yeti for like miking, because see, I need to start miking up this piano. And typically what I use is the PreSonus PD1 dynamic microphone. But sometimes I like the way that this microphone sounds on my drums. Sometimes I like the way it sounds when I'm like recording other things. The problem is that it's a USB microphone, so it doesn't connect to Reason the way I want it to. It will connect to Reason. It just won't connect to Reason the way that I want it to. CBC Voter, what's good? Thanks for joining. It doesn't connect in the way that I want it to, right? Badplex says, let's say you have a song that's 158 BPM in the key of D, but you want the song at 89 BPM at A sharp. All right, I'm gonna have to look into that. That's very challenging right there. That sounds like a nice little challenge. Not like very challenging, but it's just there's some elements there that's very interesting. So we're gonna have to look into it. Product review is good. All right, so we're gonna probably do some product review. It was Johnny Giuliano that got me on the Blue Yeti. We'll probably do some product reviews. I think we can go over the Blue Yeti. Sometimes when I look back on videos, I'll be like, wow, my voice sounds pretty good. And then other times I'll be like, wow, this thing sounds like trash. So, but a lot of times it's also like me, like it's how I place the mic. It's how loud I set the gain. It's stuff like that. It's like, what settings was I used to record it? So I don't blame the Blue Yeti anything. If anybody was asking me, if they was to say, hey, what kind of microphone would you suggest? I'm going to do talking head videos on YouTube. I'm going to do live streaming. I'm going to do interviews on StreamYard or Restream. I'm definitely saying get the Blue Yeti. Get the Blue Yeti because it has its own audio interface. Those platforms and software, they're going to be able to find it, locate it. You don't have to tool around with another like Focusrite interface. You don't have to tool around with that, trying to get the volume right and wrong, whatever. Get that. Plus it has the headphone jack. You can put the headphones right into the microphone. Good to go. Price is pretty good. If you need a webcam plus this, Best Buy has a dual where you have the 1080p webcam plus this. So that'll get you like bumped up a little bit from like your laptop webcam or something like that. That definitely would help. You could do something like that. So Yeti is pretty good. Yeti's pretty good. It's really just me. Like that. Very speed. Tape emulation. Yeah. I don't know about all that. Yeah, man. So we're gonna keep having fun, y'all. We're gonna keep having fun. I appreciate y'all for coming through to the stream. wonder if I should copy that pulsar setup that I did so that it could have the same exact, so I can have the same exact wobble. Let's do it. And we can show the steps to that again. So I added a pulsar. Who is calling me? Hold on real quick. Sensory overload. Okay, so it was a couple things came up. Just got a phone call from like Yelp. Yelp is like, hey, you're missing out on 2,500 business opportunities. So many people are searching for your business. I'm like, is that right? Oh, okay, cool. Well, what can we do about it? How come they're not finding me? Oh, yeah, you need to actually like pay us so that they can find you. It's like, no, thank you. At least not right now, for sure. Anyway, so All right, y'all. Let's get back into what we were saying. All right. King Willie says run the aux cable from the mic into the Focusrite. I've done that before. That is a really good tip. I like that, King Willie. Like I said, there's a way that you can actually, I won't do it now on stream because it's gonna like jack everything up. But if you use the Audio for All, if you use this Audio for All, you can actually get this microphone into Reason. And I've done that before as well. But that way is not how I want to use it. And the way that you describe is like the workaround to not having to switch my audio interface. But I also don't want to do that either. Basically, I want them to just do it how I want to do it, I guess. I don't know. I want to be able to add it in here without switching my audio driver, because the audio driver, exactly. See, Audio for All won't work with OBS, right? So now I can't do the live stream. I can't record a video, right? No, I'm perplexed in that way. Question came through from Samuel Walker. What's good? Thanks for joining the stream. If you were to mix this, how would you mix that drum loop, or would you just simply turn it down? Is it too loud? I don't know. I probably just wouldn't mix it. Be 100% honest with you. It's not too loud. When it comes to mixing, you know, we got to level everything out, right? We got to do some creative stuff in here because there's a lot of stuff moving around. We got to do some adaptive, you know, and dynamic EQing, some dynamic compression, you know, make sure that drums are coming through, pumping through, but also not taking away from the bass, and, you know, do some spatial mixing so that everything has some room. Just like I believe that was just like I believe Sasha had suggested earlier, which was to do some panning on these synths, because we had a couple different synths. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had like 5 synths. You got to do some panning. You know, you gotta you got to do some panning to kind of create some space for different things and stuff like that. Chris, I don't know. I just won't bother mixing it. Exactly. That's boom. No, absolutely. And it's definitely a valid question, Samuel. The problem with me, like, I started with this. I started with that drum pattern, and I did that in redrum, right? And so don't you let me hit save. It would be very easy to, you know, mix these, because you can send them to their own channels. Of course, there's a drum loop, so now the drum loop has stuff already, you know, leveled in its own way. You can't really pull anything up or down. But the difference between that drum loop and what I started with is that drum loop is sick, right? That drum loop was like drag and drop, done, Reason, drum and bass, probably on 500 other tracks, but it sounds good. If it sounds good, it sounds good, you know, just like the Amen break, you know what I'm saying? It might be in 1,000 songs, but if it sounds good, it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, King Willie. That's how you do mixing. That's how you do it. Exactly. It's like, you know, cheat code, putting in the Grand Theft Auto cheat code. You know, that's what you got to do. You know, you just make it work. You just make it work. But leveling, balancing, putting things where it needs to be, and just getting it to a feel. The question would be like Hollow Sound mentioned Resident Evil. saying that it sounded like one of their themes. So it's like, well, what do you do with this? Do you just put this in a playlist? Do you just throw it up on SoundCloud? Do you try to send it for sync licensing? Because if you're going to send it for sync licensing, it has to be mixed a certain way, right? It has to be mixed a certain way. And when it comes to, you know, that for me, like, I think that there was like a point in time in my life where I had like an opportunity to like join like a production team, to like join like a production house where it's like, oh, okay, you know, we all make beats together, and it's like ghost producing, right? Where it's like you make something or you make a part of the beat and then somebody else finishes it, or they shop it around, they mix it, you know, all stuff like that. Sometimes I feel like that's how I feel like would better serve or better purpose me. Problem is that my sound is very eclectic in the sense of I'm willing to try and do pretty much anything. So like they would probably come in and be like, let's work on an R&B track. And I'd be like, nah, let's actually do drum and bass. You know, and it's just like, what we gonna do with that, Chris? I don't know. Flip it. Do a sample flip. I don't know. It would be stuff like that. It would be like, we need you to make some trap because, you know, T.I. is about to be like, oh, that's cool. Trap for T.I. But what about like lo-fi hip hop? I mean, what if I like got on the piano and just like played like 7 chords and stuff like that? Like, wouldn't that be dope? And it's like, no, T.I. don't want a bunch of 7th and 11th chords. He just wants a dope 808 and some drums. What are you doing right now? So it would be stuff like that, to where it's like, it would be great to just take my elements and take stuff and then somebody else find something to do with it. I think that would be great. I think very early in my music production career, like, it's hard to say that, but it's true. If I learned about making sample packs and loop packs when I first started making beats, I was actually totally against that. But if I had introduced that into my matrix early, I think I would be like doing a totally different thing. I think I would probably be like miles ahead of that. I probably have so many different websites and like stores, sound pack stores. Probably would be like super involved in like Splice and all that other type stuff, because it was very easy for me to be in the studio and like make like 5 different genres of stuff, and then but have nothing to do with it. And then be like the 6th thing is like, oh, okay, that's a dope beat. We can rap. We can actually rap over that, Chris. You trying to get futuristic, trying to get your Kanye West on. We just trying to make beats to rap to. But in the early parts, it was like, I don't really want to get into this. I kind of felt like it was like, why should I make a loop for you so you can make a beat? It's my loop. It was like that. It was like this weird ownership type thing. It was always this weird kind of like, it's mine, the precious. It's all mine. I don't want to share my drum loops. I don't want to share my piano chords. No, you can't know what chord that is. Like, no, you can't know that chord progression. It's a 2-4-6. What are you talking about? Just chill out, bro. It would be stuff like that. My wife and I do exactly that. We share the production on each other's beats. That's super dope. That's super dope. That is super dope. And then it was like, I remember the first time, like, me and my buddy Brian James was working on a track. I remember I made the track in Reason, of course, because I always was using Reason, and was making the beat. And then it was like, all right, is there a way that you can solo out everything? Give me all of the elements of the track. I'm like, yeah, cool. He's like, I'm gonna get it mixed. I'm gonna get it professionally mixed. Speaking of Kanye West, the guy who sang on the first album, the guy who sang on Late Registration, is this College Dropout. There's a guy who's singing on a lot of the songs from that album. We actually got in contact with that guy, and he came to our studio, which was like a den in the back room or something, whatever. But he came to our studio and he actually sang over this track. Now, I felt like this was probably like one of my best produced tracks, and like it was super dope to have that guy like on the track and everything like that. And I was like, man, this song is like really cool. So then he was like, I'm gonna get it professionally mixed. So he took all of the elements and sent it to the guy, and he got it professionally mixed. And I was like, yo, it sounds so good. The mix is good, the master's good, everything's good. We like the song, everything's good. And then it was just like, yeah, we don't want to use the song. Yeah, I don't know. It's good, but I guess I guess it was like Disney Channel, like Hallmark movie type song, where it was just kind of like, it doesn't really fit the rest of the stuff that we worked on. But it was like, but it sounded good. It sounded good. But the point in bringing that story up is to say it was great because somebody else mixed it. So it was like, all right, cool. Here's this little clay sculpture that we just put together. Okay, now you come in, add the color, and make everything look nice. And that was wonderful. That was a great experience. But it is what it is. It's not the hammer, it's who swings it. Chris, I'm doing the same with a friend, co-producer. Take all my incomplete stuff and he will finish them. I don't have time to finish all my music. He wants to do it, so I'm going to let him. And I'm down with that. It's so many files. I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to open these old files. I can't do it. I'm just like, all right, cool. Even if it sounds really, really good. That's why, like, a long time ago, when I would make a beat, I would just export it. I would just boom, just whatever, no mix. If it sounds good as I'm listening to it, cool. We did leveling while we were making the beat, cool. Just export it and put it on the file, put it on the folder. And then if someone wants to shop for beats and I play it and they like it, then I just tell them, hey, I have all the stems. If you want to get it mixed, we can get it mixed. You can do that on that side once you start recording it, whatever, like that. Add that into it like a little bonus, instead of it being like it's not mixed. But that was the other part. That was the other problem that became a problem. I remember BeatStars. BeatStars has like a Buy My Beat Fridays. I don't know. I might have told this story before, but they had a Buy My Beat Fridays. And they had this artist on there. They were looking for tracks or whatever. And one of the first things they said was, I can't listen to beats if they are not mixed. It's like, you got to have your beats mixed, guys. If the beats aren't mixed, I'm not even going to listen to them. And I was like, oh, all right, Chris, well, none of your beats are getting picked today, buddy. But one of the beats did get picked and they listened to it. And sure enough, I listened to it and I was like, why did I put that beat for them to listen to? But it was just like that moment of being like, oh, you were not prepared. You were not prepared for this moment. So, you know, got to be prepared. And mixing tracks is one of those things, especially if you don't have a relationship with the person that you're trying to make music with. You're just trying to shop it to somebody, or you're trying to put it out there on the marketplace. Of course, your stuff is going to get, you know, completely crushed. It's gonna get completely overlooked because there's so many tracks and beats and that's out there. And if they sound better or mix better, even if they're mixed better, even if you have better transitions and better sounds and better chords and better drums, but if theirs is mixed and yours is not, that could be an issue. That could be a problem. Tokyo Trap, what's good? Chris, what's up? What's your go-to drum kit in 2023, and also your go-to Reason-based synth? I don't really have a go-to drum kit. I've been using a lot of stuff from, I think it's Slap Experts. That's Curtis King. Oh gosh, Leotis. I just been using a lot of their drums. Their drum kits. I think it's Slap Experts is what it's called. I've been using a lot of their drums. But I'm going to check out some drum kits. I was talking to Gray Keys. Gray Keys put me on to a couple different, was that Gray Keys or Catchy Noise? I think it was Catchy Noise Production. 1,000%. 1,000% sure. But I was talking to them. I just asked them about drum kits and they put me on to a few. And I was like, okay, for sure. I'm going to check those out. Um, Decap, Decap Volume 10 is a good one to go with. Um, Sick with It, I think has some dope stuff, and also Ill Mind. Ill Mind has some dope stuff as well. I'm just broke and can't afford any of that. As far as a Reason synth, as far as a Reason synth, if you're talking about like a bass synth, or are you talking about like a Reason synth, my go-to Reason synth is probably depending on what I'm working with. If it's a bass sound, it's going to be Subtractor. I'm just going to go there first, regardless. I just always go there. If I'm trying to make something, like I'm trying to do sound design, I'm going Maelstrom. It doesn't matter what kind of sound I'm trying to make. I'm just going to go Maelstrom, because the interface, it was one of the first ones that I really tapped into for sound design. Of course, you could do sound design with all of the Reason devices, but like I said, specifically for like if I just want to do sound design really quick, I'm probably going with the Maelstrom. If I'm going anything like dropping a one shot or something like that, or manipulating a sample or splicing a sample, I'm definitely going Mimic. There's been times I've used like all Mimic for like the entire track, because you just drop one shots in and you can just do a bunch of stuff with that. So there's been like a bunch of times where I've done that. I like a lot of Maelstrom patches as well. A lot of Maelstrom presets. I like those as well. So I'll do that. And then for like something that's new that I really like would be like Complex. So like Complex is super cool. They have some cool patches in there, some really different sounding stuff. Now it's really one of those for sound design, the way in which everything is like, you know, the way in which you can manipulate this is supposed to be really good for sound design, but it's like a lot going on to it. And I just get confused. When I look at this, I just get confused. I'll be like, I kind of see what's happening here. It's just too much. New instruments for sound design probably be like Europa. Now Europa is similar, especially, you know, you can do some different things, but it's cleaner to know, okay, here's the sound engine. I can turn them on right here. Here's my 30 different sound engines. Here's where I change the sounds. And it's just a better flow, especially because you can start here and just kind of work your way down, work your way down, work your way down, work your way down. So like, it's really cool like that. But Complex One is super dope. Chuck G, what's good, man? How have you been? What have you been up to? What you been working on? Come on, man. Tell the people some stuff, man. Let me hear something good, man. Ben Bowman says he's putting together EDM album. That's super dope. That's super dope. Somebody says Scenic, I think. Let me see real quick. Where can I find Scenic? Scenic right here. Hybrid instrument. Kind of go to. Kind of like easy to go to. Select some different stuff in here and just boom, jam out, right? You can just have a bunch of, you know, whatever. You can create some duels. Well, come on, move. And of course I'm gonna be like, so, you know, it's just selecting something. Of course, they have really cool patches in there as well. You get this edit button. You can really dive deep. It reminds me of, I'm not going to be able to think of their name, y'all. But if I look right here, I might. Spitfire reminds me of Lab. Look, watch when you see them together. Well, not as much, but it just reminds me. It's something about that circle in the middle, I think, and the kind of sounds that are found in it. It just reminds me of this Spitfire Audio Labs. But yeah, I like those. So those are probably my Reason instruments that I like for sure. And if you look at this track, that's pretty much what I used in here. I don't think that there's ever going to be a time where I make a beat and I don't use an Audiomatic for effects. Oh yeah, I'm hip to it. I'm hip to labs. I got a few of their stuff. I started downloading some stuff. It's just hard to download stuff. I just be like, man, why y'all can't make it easier? I tried to download like a bunch of stuff. The downloader was tripping. It was ugh. I was like, all right, we got to come back to this. But, you know, before I had it a while back and I was able to like load in a bunch of different sounds and stuff like that. So it was cool because, you know, I had a bunch of sounds. But for some reason, this time around, when I tried to download stuff, it just was taking too long. So I was like, all right, well, I ain't going to worry about it. Now, output for their instruments. I guess we did Reason stuff. So now we're doing not Reason stuff. Output for the instruments I really like. I like that, you know, they have a lot of loops and stuff that you can use, and that's cool too. But of course, for me, I like to play stuff. So I like to go and find their different instruments, that they have. They have tons of different stuff in here. This looks like something brand new. I'm gonna just download it. That's the other part too. Now, if Spitfire was made their downloading as easy as Output, you know what I'm saying, we'd be in a whole nother ball game, because Arcade Output to download stuff is just super easy. It's just you go, you click it, you start downloading it. Now, it is actually using WAV files and stuff like that. It's the first time that I've ever noticed like a slowdown on my computer. Drums that knock, yes, absolutely. The first time I ever used something on a computer was freaking okay, the first time my computer ever slowed down from something I was doing came from Arcade, because I just went through and I just clicked download, and it was just so much. It was so much stuff. It was crazy. That's cool. Hey, what's your favorite song right now? What's your favorite song? What's your favorite song that y'all like listening to right now? I like the way this Obsidian sounds. It sounds dope. Holla Sounds, I'm right there with you. I agree with you. Not for, I use a lot of Thor, but I also had a lot of refills. So when I was back in my Reason 3, Reason 4, Reason 5 days, you know, when I was back in those days, I had a lot of refills that I got from the Pirate Bay. I had a lot of refills, and I just used a bunch of the refills and stuff. So I liked my 3, 4, 5 beats. And it's almost like, also I had like less stuff to like bog me down. So it was like, I didn't have monitors, for example. I didn't have like I only had headphones, or I had like crappy speakers. I didn't have like a huge MIDI keyboard. I had like a 25 key, 32 key MIDI keyboard, something like that. Something tiny like the Arturia Mini Lab. I had something only like that. So I had to make do with what I had. Versus today, where it's like so much stuff is being bombarded at you. Like, I pay for this Arcade subscription. It's $10 a month. I think I probably opened it twice since, like, I did like the review on my channel. I did like a super late review of Arcade, and then I probably opened it like twice since then. And like today would be like the third time. So it's just like, it's too much sometimes. Sometimes it can be too much. But in a moment of transparency, like, I know I'm not 100% with this music. I know that I've not been 100%. Like, music is like music production, making beats, selling beats, sync licensing, like anything that would make my music production, next. I have not put in the time or dedication to be 100% with it. I know that. That's just the honest truth. Because I also like video, and also like photography, and also like YouTube, and also like editing, and also so it's like all these other things where it's like, okay, cool. But I have had an opportunity to kind of like if I do a video editing project for a client, I'll ask them like, hey, do you have music? If you don't have music, I have some beats, and I can drop my beats in your video, you know what I'm saying? And so it kind of like does like a dual purpose, where it's like, oh wow, I can get music from Chris, video editing from Chris, he can shoot the video, we could just put it all together, you know what I'm saying? And we out here hustling. Sasha, the finger drumming. There's some really dope people. There's some really dope There's some really dope finger drummers out there, man, that put me to shame. But I'm gonna do that one day. I think I heard you ask about that. Those are not really great drums, but for sure, definitely something to get into. I was looking to change this. I was looking to put this guy. I was supposed to get rid of this. Move. Supposed to do the subtractor LFO. If I want to use this LFO. Anyway, come over here. Here we just pick this edit automation. Take these same automations that we did. Just copy them over. See. That's kind of cool. But that's not what. Mm. Because these don't. Tripping? Oh, there's amp. Software acquisition syndrome. SAS. Gas is definitely better. Like gear acquisition syndrome, that's like a real thing. Like just grabbing all of the gear. That's a real thing. Well, good people, it has been fun. We've been streaming for about 2 hours. I can't go that much longer today, but I do appreciate you guys for coming through. checking out the live stream and checking out this tutorial on some beat making. It's interesting whenever I think about making like a beat making tutorial video, it never goes to like what people are like really like interested in making. Like, oh, they want to make hip hop beats. They want to make trap beats. They want to make beats that Lil Uzi Vert will rap on. They want to make, you know, popular beats like that. It never really goes like that. It always goes into like this other world, like jazz or like something weird or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for coming through. Sasha, Marcus Garvey, Beatrix Kiddo, Dr. Huggenstein, Invasion has been in here hanging out with us. Catchy Noise Production as well. Marcus Garvey, Chris Joshua was in here. Holla Sounds, Rap Fox. I think that's how you say it. Rap Fox. I think that's how you say his name. Was also in the stream. We appreciate you. Great Keys. I always got to say it like that because he has like some really dope like beat tags. That's another thing I got to work on. I got to work on getting a beat tag for my music. I got to work on getting a beat tag. Get a beat tag in for my music. Also, we had King Willie also came through. Catchy Noise Production came through. Bad Flex. Color Music. Aleo, I think he's Spanish speaking. He had put some Spanish stuff in here too, I think. But he also came through. Appreciate you as well. Ben Bowman and CBC Voter, and man, I don't think I missed Chuck G. Chuck G also came through. I don't think I missed anybody else. Tokyo Trap. Let me know if I missed anybody that came through and was in the chat room. I'm going to get working on those video suggestions that you guys made. One was on the Blue Yeti microphone for streaming. I'll probably do that one first in terms of a review. Also have some videos coming for some other stuff. But that finger drumming, I gotta like save this chat. Is there a way I can like save this chat? Because like the chat was on fire today. Y'all really helped me out a lot. I really appreciate y'all coming through, all my good folks up in here. I'm just gonna like drop this chat into, yes, here we go. All right, cool. So I dropped my chat into a Google Doc. This is the chat with YouTube ideas. And I have your name too. So if I use the video and I use your idea, I'm definitely going to plug you. I'm definitely going to be like, yes, this person gave me the video idea. What does it do? I'll definitely shout y'all out and for sure let it be known who gave me the idea in that regard. But other than that, man, I'm gonna sign out. I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, peace. Let me see. Can I do this right? Do I still have this ready? Let's see.